We're live. We're live. I'm posting this on the thing. But yeah, no walking today. Kind of lame. Too rainy. Luckily, it can't rain all the time.
Precursor. A little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get
It
up
was
to
like
today?
worked, went grocery shopping, stayed indoors, stayed warm. It was like 5 degrees, so supposed to get a heat wave. We're gonna get up in the 30s over the weekend. So
Heat
excited
wave
about that.
is crazy.
Looking
That's
forward to it.
fire
It's gonna
though.
be shorts and t-shirts weather.
Hell yeah. 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 But yeah, I've just been working like a lot today. The last few days I've been grinding to try to get some pages and commissions done. So I've been like staying up late too, which kind of sucks because ideally I'd like to get to sleep kind of earlier, like I was, because I wake up early, I can go on a early walk and late walk.
Yeah.
But this is like where I have to start trying to manage. Like, okay, I just have to like make the choice to go to sleep and not stay up working.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've been forcing myself to go to bed by 3 o'clock.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like I generally go to bed like when we're chatting and working. Like when we're done, I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I'll try to get some sleep. I mean, like last night, I think I was the one who was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But still sucks. I couldn't go for a walk today, but I left my house to get my mom was like, "Oh, you got a box in the mail." And I was like, "I didn't order anything." She was like she messaged me really concerned like, "Oh, you have a box in the mail?" And like it got kind of wet in the rain. I'm really sorry. I tried to dry it down, blah blah blah. And I was like, "Well, I didn't order anything. So whatever got wet, it can't really matter that much because I'm not waiting for anything. There's nothing I want right now that I'm like, you know, is not in my possession." So I was like, "Oh, I'll just go out of curiosity, I'll just go drive over there and get some tea while I'm out." So I went, I got the box, and it was like a pretty big box, but I saw it was from Penguin Random House. I'm like, "Oh, some sort of comp." It
Mhm.
was heavy as fuck. So I open it, and it's this like gigantic hardcover that I think has some of the X-Men stuff that me, Dennis, and Chris Burnham did. And it like it's like Secret Wars something. Fucking massive book. And I looked in the back, it's like 150. I was like, "Fuck, I should try this." Like, 'cause I'm never gonna read anything else in there except for my own shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
or maybe I don't know, maybe I would like it, but I don't need a book that gigantic, so I'm like, I could either, like, give it to someone, donate it, or, it costs $150. If somebody wants it, they could buy it for much cheaper, you know what I mean?
$50.
Eh, we'll see, 75 half off.
That's fair. It's a fair price.
I feel like that's fair. But I'm like, well, how lazy am I? You know what I mean? Like how I have to go to the post office to send out some zines, but I let everybody who had made an order on them like, "Oh, sorry, I'm like really stressed on work right now, but on Monday I should be cleared up a bit, and I'll send out your order." And everybody was pretty cool about it. But even that, I'm just like, "Oh God, I gotta go to the post office on Monday." Who knows how fucked up it'll be down there? Maybe I'll go to the other post office to see how fucked up it is over there instead.
Yeah, you're pretty lazy.
Yeah.
Was that a rhetorical question?
What?
I said, was that a rhetorical question?
What do you mean?
You said, how lazy am I?
Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't rhetorical. It was like on that day, how lazy am I going to be that it's going to be worth the, you know,
Worth a
energy
scratch?
that it's going to take me to do that?
Yeah. Is the juice worth a squeeze?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the zines I have to ship, but you know.
Oh yeah.
I guess what I'm wondering is how empty is my gas tank going to be on Monday, and how much is that going to be annoying to have to get up and go do it. But we have the con this weekend, so
Oh, that's right. You and Justin.
Tony Fleece is going to be here,
That'll be
and
fun.
I think some other people. I can't remember who, and maybe Tone Rodriguez, my dog. But yeah, we're going to be kicking it. So I don't know how much walking I'll get done during the weekend. So then it's going to be like, all right, maybe Monday. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to be like kind of, you know, I'm going to be real like anxious to get out there, hit the pavement. Maybe I'll walk to the post office.
There you go.
I do it sometimes, but sometimes it's just like I'll just take a walk, come back, and then drive there because it's like a little bit further than I want to walk. But if I'm not not going to be walking this weekend, and I haven't the last 2 days, might as well. You know, it feels good to do it. I just haven't been able to. What's this? Uncle Bubba says if you donate it and get a receipt and itemize your taxes. Oh yeah. I think you're talking about the hardcover. That's true.
There you go.
Whenever I donate books, I don't know how that all works. Give it to a school or library or something, he says.
Yeah.
True. You watch anything today or beside the game?
No. No, I was just working, listening to music, and I was listening to Neil Young.
Fuck
Crazy
yeah,
Horse.
the man.
I got the game on right now, but it's muted, and I'm loosely paying attention. Spencer Dinwiddie versus Pelly Larson doesn't move me, you know? Doesn't.
Yeah, I've also been really just soaking in all of the post Super Bowl content that I can. It's like the opposite of when my team lost the Super Bowl, and I'm like, I don't want to hear about sports for like a month minimum. You know? Now I'm like the team that I don't like lost, so I'm like, give me everything.
Yeah.
People that I don't even like, I'm just like, all right, let me hear what fucking that guy has to say. Let me hear
Where's
what
Grant
Colin
Robinson about
Cowherd's
this?
take is.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a beautiful game. I saw people saying that it was boring and they hated it. I thought it was beautiful. I enjoyed every minute of it.
It's like you know, in wrestling terms, it's like it was a squash match, you know?
Yeah.
But that squash matches don't have to be bad. Sometimes they're great if the guy squashing them is just like if you want to see the guy get squashed, which is, you know, the jobbers, that's their job is to make you want to see them get their fucking ass kicked. And then the other guy kicks their fucking ass. It's like,
Like
well, that's beautiful.
like John Moxley and CM Punk. What's that?
Exactly.
Weak mind, weak body.
Yeah,
Speaking of CM Punk, that was crazy with Linda McMahon today.
yeah. Yeah, I mean it's I'm interested to see. I don't think it will really motivate anybody who's like a WWE fan to stop watching it. Like we kind of talked about, these people already have like incredible abilities to like separate the thing that they love versus the evil people that are giving it to them.
Yeah.
Which, you know, on
I
somehow
get
I
that.
understand. I watched UFC last weekend. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. It's the
But
worst of the worst.
it is the worst of the worst. But I know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every time I put on UFC, I feel like, oh, this feels disgusting, but I'm just so curious, you know. Um Carlos Ramos asks, are you feeling the Death Riders thing? Um, well, I'll put it this way. I loved the the Blackpool Combat Club. I loved them. But this thing, I think that whatever the bigger purpose was, they should have probably said it by now. And it just, the aesthetics of it I don't really love. I think that like if they would all just kind of dress like nonplussed, like what's his face does, Castagnoli, like he just wears like black tights. If they all just wore like black tights, white, like just plain clothes, I think it would be like a little bit better. Or if they had a logo that they all wore the same, that
You
would
don't
be a
like the
little bit
Pac is
better.
always in his gear all the time.
I don't like that Pac isn't always in his gear. I don't like you know, I don't like that what's his face Wheeler Yuta is just like, wearing his normal shit. Like I wish that they had a unifying theme with them so that they look like a cohesive unit, but they don't right now. And I didn't really mind it when they didn't with the Blackpool Combat Club because it just didn't feel the same.
But they also
When
had gear with their logo. You know, it would say
Yeah, they
their
had shirts and stuff.
and
They had
shit.
they had
And
merch. Yeah.
these guys don't really have merch, and I don't
That
know.
granted, I didn't like their merch, but they had it.
Yeah,
I loved them, hated their merch. This I don't really like the merch or the team, but
I feel like the whole thing, the whole faction, the whole angle is like a. I want to say I don't want to disrespect the title run by calling it like uh, what's the word I'm looking for?
like placeholder or like
Yeah, like a placeholder, like a transitional.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, transitional run or something, just to get to the next step because it feels like
I can't.
there's
Who did
almost
he even beat for it?
Danielson in
Oh,
his
that's
last
right.
match.
No. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He did.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought so.
and he put the
That's
bag
see,
over his head and shit.
that's
Maybe
bad that
Danielson
I
comes
didn't
back
even.
to like cost him the title like at a pay per view. Just does like a not a match, but like interferes in a match and costs Moxley the belt. That'd be pretty sick.
The Pac joke is living on the sauna in Mox's house. Um,
Yeah, I don't like the belt not being on TV. That I find that to be just boring and stupid.
are
Like
you
I just
Go
heard
ahead.
SRS talking. I watched the SRS post Dynamite last night, and him and the guy he was co-hosting with were saying that like whatever's in the briefcase, it shouldn't be the title. It should be something else because like if it was the title, he should have popped out by now. It's kind of dumb that like all this time it's just the title. It's like
I think that like having having it like Edge have the case but not being able to open it was kind of dumb.
yeah, the whole
Um,
thing is dumb. It's just
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I wish I like when they first showed up though, with like the truck and the bag and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it was just a Blackpool Combat Club. But the Death Riders like renaming it that and making it making it just drag on a bit and not have like any sort of like there's no meat on it. They're not
yeah,
doing anything unique or new. They're not even really the head of the show often.
yeah. I mean, Dynamite. They were like that was I found the least interesting part of the show was that stuff to
They're
me.
usually the least interesting part of the show.
Yeah. Which is like it's time for it to end because there's so many other people around who like could be the champ and have a run and have stories revolve around it, and then Mox can go and come back
Yeah,
and
that
reinvent
being said,
himself.
if his
You
whole
know?
thing is like fun is bad, I don't want people to have fun or be entertained, well then mission accomplished. You know what I mean? If he's
Yeah,
doing the party's over, then he nailed that vibe.
that's your guy, man.
Yeah. Oh, no Ibrahim yet.
I said give the belt to Hangman, let him go.
69 human bird flu cases. Nice number,
69. Where are they at?
Was that?
Do you know where they're at?
I didn't even click on it.
All over the country.
Ohio officials first reported state's first human case of bird flu on Wednesday. Nah, I'm sure that's going to be fine.
Her RFK's on it.
Oh, here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Just in time, baby.
What up?
How's it going, dude?
Chilling. How are you guys doing?
Doing okay. about as good as you could expect, I guess, in these times.
Right. Is everything I'm doing extremely loud right now?
No.
Okay, because I hear it like in my headphones a lot, and I was like, damn.
Well, now that you're here, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the New Cool Meat podcast. It's a podcast that we do every Thursday here. We are three comic book artists just hanging out. I'm taking a break from work. They're often working through the show. But how you guys doing today? I'm here with Tony,
Hey,
Grigori, and Ibrahim Mustafa. How you doing, guys?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm chilling. I was telling Tony and the people that it was raining all day today, so I couldn't go on my walks like I normally do. So that was like a little bit of a bummer. But otherwise,
we got snow here, so
oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Locked in.
Carlos Ramos says, how is life in the fascist states of America?
Oof.
Well, it's about the same as it was in the slightly less fascist states of America.
Yeah.
It's it's like a hard thing because like it's gonna get worse for us, but we've already been inflicting so much pain on everybody else just through years of imperialism that like sometimes I feel a little bit of like oh, poor me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, now we're experiencing a little bit of all the fucking chaos, pain, destruction that we've just kind of like for a long time shoved out into the world.
Yeah.
And so I go on a walk. But yeah, otherwise not too bad. Last night, you know what I wanted to talk about first on the show, because it was a big cultural event. I have it in the title. I don't want to get too far off without discussing breaking this down. The Super Bowl was this weekend, and Tony and I, we're big football fans, but Ibrahim, it's fair to say you're not.
That is correct.
So like for the years and years of your life, like you've never cared about football, right?
No, I tried, when I was younger because my friends were into it, and you could have something to talk about on Monday morning or whatever at school and shit, but I can't get myself to care.
Yeah. Well, I think it's probably like your father didn't give a fuck about football, probably, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, not at all. My dad was a semi-pro soccer player, so
that's hard.
Yeah, I grew up with a soccer ball for sure. Immigrant dad,
football.
Yeah.
Real footy.
Exactly. So yeah, I loved soccer, but I just, that was really the only sport I ever like vibed with because I like to play it. I've never really enjoyed like watching them very much. Like sometimes, I'll watch like the finals with you guys sometimes, like when you have it on in the chat, and like, I understand, like, I see the nail biting aspect of it. I've watched Super Bowls in the past and stuff, but yeah, it's not really my
thing. What is it like when like, because I don't think you've ever been a guy who's like, oh, the sports ball's on, everybody's.
No, I hate that shit.
But what's it like for you to just be like, there's the biggest cultural event of the year for like most of America, and you just don't give a fuck? Like, how is that? There's like,
well,
is it even like, what?
You can't escape it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Everyone's talking about it, especially on social media. If you're on social media at all, like, you're gonna learn about it. Like, I know who won. I know what the score was. Like, I know that a lot of white people have really been trying to show the meaning behind everything Kendrick Lamar said and did in that performance.
What do you mean by that?
There's just been a lot of like people, what Kendrick Lamar's performance really meant, or that kind of stuff. Like a lot of those.
I haven't just seen white people doing that. I've seen a lot of actually like black people as well.
Oh no, for sure. But it's funnier when white people do it because it's like, come on.
You're 100% right about that.
Yeah.
There's like,
I'm not saying white people can't be fans of rap and hip hop, but it's just like, how are you going to be telling
Tony?
Just gave me a pass.
No. Like Tony genuinely listens to rap. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it's the people who were like, you hear about this Hamilton stuff when that was a big deal, and then now they're the same ones. There's some overlap there, and it's just like,
Kendrick is the most Hamilton adjacent rapper that we've ever produced in this country. And he's like, it's almost unfair. Like he didn't ask for that. It's just
Right.
like he spoke about things. Hamilton was out when he first came out. And so people were like, this guy is going to be our poet laureate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a lot of hype around him. I remember when he was first like hitting the scene. My ex-girlfriend went to see him, or when she went to see somebody, and I don't remember what show it was, but he was the opener. And this was in like 2012 maybe, and she was like, yeah, they're saying this guy's like the next Tupac or something. And it was just a little show at like the Roseland Theater in Portland, which is like a small, venue. So like from the jump, he's been like the guy who's like, everyone said, oh, he's gonna be, you gotta watch this guy and stuff. And so whenever that happens, like people generally pay close attention, even if they're not like big fans of that kind of music, I think.
Yeah.
When did I first heard of him whenever Control came out? I don't know when that was.
But I can't even remember what his first like hit was.
He was like, his first hit would have been Swimming Pools, but he was like kind of buzzing before that. I remember when like people were talking about him in like sort of blogs and stuff, like, oh, this guy is the wise young man from Compton, because he would be like, I like girls that don't wear makeup. Have natural hair. You know what I mean? He's always been that kind of dude. So, that's why I said like there is a natural inclination for white people to be like, the way they were like, I like Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or like Talib Kweli.
Yeah. The backpacker dudes. He's like a new age backpacker dude,
Yeah.
That said, I mean, I do love him. So it's like, I love him because he's from out here and he does a lot of like, West Coast kind of shit that I like in music. I think we've talked about that on the show before, but his performance was really cool. Did you see that, or like did you not even give a shit about that?
No. I saw like a screen cap of like people dressed in American flag colors in some kind of configuration.
Yeah, they were dressed in like all white, red, and blue, and they were like running around the dancers. There was actually one of the guys. They had some people in all black too. They had one guy who like he had unfurled a Palestinian flag.
I saw that. Yeah, Palestine and Sudan, right?
Yeah. Then I saw him on Al Jazeera doing an interview about it, and he was like, as soon as they contacted me, I knew like, oh, okay, well, I know what I'm gonna do.
So who was he like in the scheme of the performance?
They had like a bunch of background dancers, like a bunch. Yeah. They always do, and so he was just one of the many backup dancers.
Okay, so he saw his chance to fucking
to make a statement.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is like, there was this whole sort of narrative going into it that like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna do like Not Like Us? Is he gonna make a big political statement? Last time he performed at the Super Bowl was when Dr. Dre had the halftime show, and he was just like one part of the Dr. Dre, like here's all Dr. Dre stuff, and he was he did a song called All Right, like that was his big like protest song like during Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. Or that was like, he didn't make it for that. It was sort of adopted by them because it was like, we're going to be all right,
Right.
And there's a line, it's like, and we hate Po trying to kill us dead in the streets for show. And he altered it so that he didn't say on the Super Bowl, we hate the police, So people were like, well, we know he's not going to be that political. So like, how far is he going to go? And it was, like the way they did it was they had Sam Jackson show up as Uncle Sam, and he was sort of like guiding the performance of like, basically saying like, giving a commentary about it from like a white establishment perspective of like, politics, the industry, just sort of like white America. I think he sort of was doing like his Django Unchained voice a little bit, where he was going like, oh, Kendrick, you can't do that. Like, that's too wild, that's too reckless, that's too ghetto, and then like, so then Kendrick would do like a softer song with like a female singer named SZA, He goes, that's it. You almost got it. And then Kendrick would be, then he did the not like us, like the big, like Drake's a fucking pedophile, fuck him. Like, and that people were wondering like, well, Drake keeps trying to sue his company. Are they going to do this? Because then like he would try to sue the NFL or Apple who, did it or whoever. And he did it. Like he said most of the words. He didn't say pedophile, but everybody else in the gigantic crowd did.
Right.
Yeah. Carlos Ramos says he's Tupac without the communism. I mean, that's what we kind of said before. Like he's as political as you can get while still being that mainstream. And, I like that. I mean, I wish he was more outspoken about things, but then if he's truly a black Israelite, which a lot of people suspect he might be, well then maybe it's good that he doesn't say everything that he thinks. But what was really crazy about it was he was running around that fucking field and he had incredible breath control. Like to be rapping like that and just like not really lose your breath. It was crazy.
Yeah. It was impressive. Someone said he had more yards than the Chiefs.
No, like they mapped it out. He did have more yards than the Chiefs. Like just based on him running up and down, back and forth, he was like he got in more than any of their running backs for sure. And Mahomes.
Fucking dynasty over, baby.
Oh shit! Our boy Dennis Hoffman says, "Love this group." Ramon, are we getting more comics from you? Maybe you and Craig getting the band back together. I mean, I'm. Cut. Yeah, Dennis Hoffman. Sorry, I don't mean to like your whole name's right there, but Dennis was a guy who, like, when I first broke into comics, it was like Bleeding Cool put up an article, like, "Oh, look at this guy, this artist. We don't know if he makes comics, but like you should email him and get stuff from him." And Dennis was one of the people that did, and that's cool. That was cool.
That's a great guy.
I think I did I believe I did like the Native American Batman and Robin from Batman Incorporated for him. Dennis says, I still got all the pieces, man. Yeah, he used to Dennis used to hit me up all the time back in the day, which was sick as fuck.
Dennis, huge Miami Dolphins, Miami Heat fan.
Oh yeah, we all know Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out. But yeah, the Super Bowl, it was sort of a weird cultural event because Trump was there, and like since the election, it's been really hard not to feel like the right-wing cultural shift has been like just everywhere, and it's like inescapable. And then like in some ways it has, but because I feel like just more and more all these people that were like maybe like sort of privately Trump supporters and not activated are like more vocal, and there was enough people that were like, oh, eggs are cost too much, so I'm gonna vote for this guy. So it felt like just the way he won, it was like, man, we are surrounded, But
yeah,
him at the Super Bowl and like the Kendrick performance being so huge, it was literally the most watched thing ever. And I don't think you could make something that's sort of counter to the Trump sort of sphere of shit. Like if like Kid Rock performed, I might like it. But if Kid Rock performed,
dude, that one song slaps.
All the buzz hit. Let's be honest about this. We can be honest about I Want to Be a Cowboy, baby. That was a banger. Dennis says, I'm still in Miami. It's awful down here. That's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Shout out to the U. Anyways, the Kendrick shit was like it couldn't have been more counter to like what Trump and like the sort of conservative culture represents, and there was a lot of people that were like it wasn't good, and it was like, oh, all these people are just outing themselves as like not understanding. No, this is not only good, this is what the vast majority of Americans are actually into. And maybe some of them got fooled, but I think that there is still like such a huge appetite for like not that shit. And the Super Bowl felt that way, not just because of that, but because the Chiefs had become sort of the conservative team. You know what I mean? Like it would have been the Patriots before, but now the Chiefs feel really MAGA, partially because Trump keeps going like, I love Mahomes, I love that wife of his, despite the fact that he talks shit about Taylor Swift. Her fucking boyfriend was like, oh, it'll be really cool to play in front of the president, which
She
was
should
like,
dump him for that, by the way.
that's crazy to me. He was saying nasty shit about her, and Travis Kelce is like, oh shucks, I think that's just great. It's like,
Fucking
dude, what?
Ted Cruz energy.
Yeah, oh, super Ted Cruz energy. Like if you're gonna be Travis Kelce and everyone's gonna talk shit about you for being like a lib cuck for all these months, right? Why back down now? Unless you are an actual, like, if you are being cucked out, like he,
You know, yeah. Well,
conservative.
did you?
Like, he's such a cuck that he even backed off being a lib cuck. He's like, okay, you guys are right.
You saw him on Sunday. He's fucking done, dude. He's done. He has no fight left in him. You saw him on Sunday. He's done.
That's true. That's true. He looked washed as fuck out there.
There's no fight left in that dog. It's gone.
It was also cool, by the way, just to have the first like real like just rapper halftime show. Like before, it was like they would have a performer that was like pop or like rock, and they'd be like, and now for fun, here's a little hip hop music, you know?
Yeah. Didn't J-Lo bring out a rapper? Or?
Yeah, Bad Bunny was with J-Lo. Anyways, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
I mean, I guess you could count Dre among that, but he's like,
that's what I was.
He's very like pop rap, you know.
It's that, and it was like he's a producer, so it wasn't him rapping for like 15 minutes. It was like, okay, here's Snoop Dogg, here's this guy, here's Kendrick, here's so and like he just stood there. So it was like a little less, that was the first like hip hop thing, but this was the first like straight rapper. You know what I mean? Like he was rapping. He was rapping a lot. That's why a lot of people were like, "Oh, I didn't like it." He wasn't even. What was cool about it was he wasn't even doing his hits. He was doing like just random shit that he likes. Which I thought was cool.
Was he doing his weird little unk rap shit that he does? That I don't like. Where he's out there like just talking like a weird little dude.
I mean, he's always gonna talk like a weird little dude, He was,
but there's like when he raps and there's when he's like, I told him, and I'm just like, all right, dude.
We should watch it after the show. That way we could see what you think about it. Because we can't watch it on it because I don't want us to get whatever. Actually, speaking of which, last week I made a huge flub. You know what? I'm gonna make 2 apologies. One to the audience and one to you, Ibrahim. Last week I forgot to check the Grammys dresses as I was scrolling through them, and I had the uncensored version of Kanye and Bianca Censori. I forgot to censor Censori because there was one that I had one link where she was blurred out, so you didn't see her naked.
Yeah, you said that in the moment. You were like, oh shit,
I was like, oh, wrong one. So anyways, I went after and I age restricted it and I put a blur over it just in case. I feel bad because like I don't know if like I don't know, but if there's like a comic shop or something that plays this during, I don't know why you would, but if they would, then I feel like, oh man, I messed up. I'm trying to curse less. I'm trying to be more, normal on the show. But anyways, so that was my apology to the audience. I'm sorry. I know nobody was offended, but I don't want to make those mistakes. I have to be better. I have to, check my things before we do it. Especially for that. I just don't want to get age restricted and like get fucked up. But like, YouTube shit, But
it's not really a problem until you try to monetize,
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. I mean, I've watched stuff where it has like nudity on YouTube, but it's not monetized.
But just in general, like obviously if you're trying to keep it like, appropriate for all ages or whatever, then
Carlos says, I mean, Kanye is the one being weird. So this is where I owe you an apology, Ibrahim. Because we have been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
And I liked Kanye for a long time. And maybe too long did I make excuses. And I just wanted to discuss that because I was thinking about how funny it is that like I am completely off Kanye at these days, I'm like, man, I can't even listen to his music. Like somebody was talking about it Because for a while I would. I'm like, yeah, still like the music, but now every time I see something of it, I'm just like, yo, this dude is just like,
Dude,
could
you
not.
were literally the guy who would go, but he made 808s and Heartbreak.
That is a perfect album. That is a perfect album. He wasn't a Nazi at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I
was.
saw a bunch of people talking about him, but I didn't, you know, I don't, when I have his name muted on stuff at this point, so I don't
That's
even know
fire.
what he's been getting up to, but I know that people were not happy with him this last week or so.
He came back to social media and he decided to just be like, just say wild shit, support Diddy, say he's a Nazi multiple times, put up a picture of him that always gets posted where like it was him with a shirt with like a Nazi with a swastika crossed out, said I hate Nazis on it. And he goes, look, I used to be woke. It's like, yeah, it used to be normal. You used to not have a mental disorder. But it was like when he first started showing those signs of like I'm like just he's unhinged, I was like, he's unhinged, but he's making a couple valid points about like the fashion industry has like cut off black people from being able to like, you know, enter that business, you know, blah blah blah. Like I would be like, one thing I will say is I remember you were like, oh, you think these shoes look good? And I was like, yeah, I do. Because I thought some of those shoes that he made look good. And I stand by that because at the time those shoes were fire. And he was like he never designed the shoes. Like they were shoe designers that did it. He just signed his name on it. Like, yes, I approve this, you know? But
Right.
but yeah, I mean, I guess I apologize for not just going at the first sign, just being like, you know what, you're right. Because I would have saved myself at least 2 years, maybe, of being like, this kind of sucks. I don't know. Like, maybe even, no, because I've been off of him for more, but like, maybe like 2 years, 3 years, it was like a real struggle. Where like,
Well, you
like,
know, look, it's very easy for me to be a hardliner on most things, right?
yeah,
I'm just like that. Like if
yeah,
somebody's
right,
problematic,
exactly.
I just stop talking to them. You
Right.
know, like
I'm always trying
so
to see the best in people.
that's what they say about you. And I, you know,
They say other things too.
I no, I appreciate it. You know, I don't think you owe me an apology. I
No,
think
well, it was just funny for the show.
yeah, no, but I mean well, yeah, but people take things you say very seriously when you're being like facetious. So I just want to
Yeah,
clear
yeah,
that
yeah.
up that like, you know, but yeah, man, I just, with him, I mean, I was a big fan of his stuff too. I mean, College Dropout is like in my probably top 10 all timers, you know, but yeah, there comes a time, right, when
Here's
you
an
just can't
important
fuck with
point.
somebody anymore.
Oh yeah. Here's an important point. Carlos says that bipolar people aren't necessarily Nazis. I 100% agree. That was a little ableist of me to link the two things. However, he's just gone so far off the rails, and it's not that he's just bipolar, it's that he's being enabled by all of these people who, like me, liked his old music and like likes the money that he gives them now. So they're going like, wow, even the new music is great, and I'm gonna keep like, you know, supporting you and all this kind of shit, you know? Like it
Well,
truly is like a cult thing.
I've talked about this with you guys before, but like, you know, I have a friend who had a mental breakdown and like was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And I was literally like the one of the only like lines of defense between him and just being like the crazy homeless dude on the streets, you know?
Mhm.
And so having been through that with him and seeing like how erratic he was behaving, a guy I'd known for a decade at the time who just was like a completely different person. I can only imagine what it's like when you have cameras and microphones shoved in your fucking face while that's happening, right? So, like, I've always thought that that's super messed up how, you know, people have just treated Kanye's mental difficulties as a spectacle and like,
Right.
you know, so that's always been my thing with him is like, you know, I know he's going through that stuff. Eventually it comes to a point where you can't separate the behavior from the person anymore if they're not willing to take the meds and do the work to like steady themselves and balance
Right.
out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I had a friend for sure that was bipolar, and they were like, they didn't want to hear it for the longest time. And
Yeah.
like, imagine if you're a guy like Kanye West who has all this power and money, and
He's
celebrity.
one of the most
If you
famous
don't
people in the world.
if you don't want to hear it, you don't have to hear it. You can just reshape
Yeah.
the world around you so that you have an ecosystem that's like, I don't want to get help. I don't need help. I'm a genius. And it just spirals so far out of control.
And
I mean, I
he's
feel like
somebody
calling
who
himself
was. Sorry, go ahead, Tony.
he's called himself a Nazi so many times. I just gotta just take him at his word, you know.
Right.
Like, all right,
Yeah.
You just gotta believe at that point, you know.
I'm not gonna convince you you're not. If you tell me you are, like, all right, fuck you then.
If you do a Nazi
Yeah.
salute, what am I supposed to do? Think, oh,
Yeah.
he must be trolling in some 4D. No, he's just like, oh,
Yeah.
he's doing a Nazi
He's a
salute. He's a
Nazi.
Nazi. Yeah.
Yeah, my grandpa killed those dudes. Went to war for that, you know. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
But yeah,
make
the Super
apologies
Bowl.
for it because like they made a song you like.
Yeah.
You know.
I never was into him anyway. A College Dropout was cool, but I didn't like his bars and his beats were cool. But I knew somebody who told me their sister was like did spoken word at like a Def Jam poetry night, and he was there and he dug her stuff, and he like took her into the recording studio with him, and like she said it was a horrible experience and that he stole a bunch of lines from her and didn't credit her, paid her but didn't credit her. And that was like years ago. So someone in Seattle was just like, I was at a party one day and they're telling me about it.
Damn.
No, yeah, it was anecdotal,
He
but
seems
also
like
just all the
somebody who
other.
would do that.
Also, he said George Bush doesn't care about black people, and I just didn't see that. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so back to the
Some
Super
of his
Bowl.
best friends are black.
Back to the Super Bowl. Yeah, it was a fun thing. You know what was neat was my nephew was super into the Kendrick stuff. So like, you know, I went to my mom's house to watch it with them, and last week I was like really like, oh, I don't want to have to go to the Super Bowl party. The person called and said that they were feeling sick, so like the party was off. So I was like, oh man, that's too bad. I don't have to go to that person's house. You know, I'm sure I would have enjoyed it, but I was like, I love when a plan breaks down and you don't have to do it anymore.
The
There's like no
opposite
better
comes
feeling
together.
in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we're at that age where canceled plans are like Christmas.
It's cancel culture, and I love it. You know. Yeah. Yeah, because like if you tell me like, okay, get mentally, physically just prepared to go do a thing, whatever it is, and then you're like, never mind, you don't have to do it. I'm like, oh my god, you just granted me time that it's like free time. You know what I mean?
It's the same feeling as like a snow day when you were a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have snow days, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's why like I have friends that I'll be like, oh, let's hang out, and they're like, oh, you know, like I'm kind of busy. Like let's just lie, say we're gonna hang out, make the plan, no intention to follow through with it, because then we'll both feel great when we don't do it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I'm always down to catch a movie with my friends, you know, but like going to parties or anything anymore, I'm just like,
I'm always down to not catch a movie with my friend. Like, let's say we're going to do it, and then I'll go watch the movie by myself, and I don't really, you know.
I had a weird thing this last week where, like, I actually legitimately was like excited to go see people because Nick and our good friend Nick Barber came through town with his wife and their little son who I hadn't met yet.
You said it's weird thing?
Well, no, it was weird because I didn't, at no point was I like, maybe I'll make up like a reason I can't go. Like I was excited to see them and I had to go down.
See, I would qualify it as bizarre that you would say that.
That's true. That is
Shout out to our buddy Nick, our New Zealand friend. He's got to be on the show at some point. Sorry, but I didn't want to cut you off. I just wanted to drop.
No, it's all good. I was talking to him about that. I was like, dude, when you are, settled and stuff, to hop in, man. Because we were gonna do a podcast with him way back in the day, and then we just never did it, and then. But yeah, anyway, it was the first time in recent memory that I had a plan that I didn't feel like canceling. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Yeah. This is weird.
Speaking of how bizarre, OMC, last night we went on a journey together looking at OMC's music.
Yeah.
When I watch Kendrick, I'm like, well, he's good, but he's no OMC. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
OMC had bars. He could play guitar. He could write songs that move the world. A song that moved the world.
He actually had a good singing voice too. He like there was one where he was just singing, like he wasn't even ripping.
If you, yeah, for those of you who don't know, OMC is the one of the greatest rappers ever from New Zealand, and he did How Bizarre. How Bizarre, How Bizarre. Everyone knows that song. But you know, I was thinking about what other rapper that because he passed away, what other New Zealand great they could have got to do the halftime show. And I was thinking, Ibrahim, you know who I thought they could have got?
Yeah, a guy who loves burgers from
Parade. I just love reading.
Our boy Francis, bro. You know, I was brought that up to Tony, and he never heard of Francis.
No.
Oh, did you? I
don't think so.
Initiate him?
I didn't, because I'm like, well, we'll just save that for the show.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I don't think so. Maybe I have, and I,
you know,
I can't associate.
No, you would.
You know?
You would remember. I would like to preface it by saying that, you know, I don't know, man. It's kind of problematic because, like, you know, it could be like he's a kid who, you know, put himself on the internet, and, you know, I think I don't know where the line is between people laughing at him and with him, I guess. And I feel like he wasn't trying to be funny, and so we end up laughing at it, but it's like hilarious and not in like a mean-spirited way. Like, it's just anytime anyone tries to rap and they're not adept at it, like, it's going to be funny, you know? So I don't know. Mo, what do you think?
I would say that. However, earlier today, I heard Ethan Klein from the H3 podcast rap trying to be funny, and it was just, I wanted to die. It's one of the worst things I've ever heard. Yeah. But so Ibrahim, that's a great, you know, introduction to this. I'm inclined to agree with you. I don't, but here's the thing. It's like, at a certain point, this has made such an impact with us that is like, are we laughing at him, or have his words just resonated so much that we appreciate him? You know what I mean?
I feel like for us, it's become like almost, I wouldn't say an inside joke, but it's like it's like a touchstone reference point to our time as friends.
Right.
You know? And we never do it like, oh, like, we don't make fun of him. It's just like we quote it. Like you would quote a movie with a line that made you laugh, you know?
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, Tony, this is Francis. His name is Francis. This is one of the all-time bangers to come out of New Zealand rap. New Zealand rap.
My name is Francis. I go to Whangarei Boys High School. I've got heaps of mates. I live in Whangarei, and I grew up in Temple.
So, like, what's so sick about it is, like, he, in his mind, he's going like, I'm killing the game.
I love it, man.
See it. I think the postscript was that people did bully him.
Yeah.
And it became a problem. But like, I have a cousin, my cousin David, who's like, I always thought, man, if the internet was around when we were like a little bit earlier, like, he would have been one of these dudes that was like viral on it. Because, like, me personally, not outgoing, don't like putting myself out there, don't like have that confidence, you know?
Yeah.
This guy does. And so I think part of me is like, I just respect that he like had a flow, had a vision, put it out there, you know?
Yeah.
There's something too.
I think it's the accent. The accent is what puts it over for me. It's not so much him. It's just, you know, I find that accent so lovely and funny and cute and like whimsical.
It is that he is so New Zealand.
Yeah, and I just I cannot get enough of hearing them talk. So it's.
Here's the thing I love about it is that, like, as somebody who grew up, you know, doing hip hop stuff, breakdancing, rapping, graffiti, etc., like, there's this thing when you discover it where you're like, well, naturally, I must record myself to see how good I am or how bad I
Yeah.
am at this so that I can improve.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's just such a part of it's like a rite of passage to it that, like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's, kind of what I get out of this too. So, yeah, it's just an extra layer of appreciation I have for it in that respect.
I just love it.
When
Pew!
was
Yeah,
this,
because
you
he's
know?
trying to beatbox,
Yeah, well, he is beatboxing. He's not trying. He's doing it.
Was this like 2006, 7 around then, or?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
when it
It's
first came
old.
out.
It's old.
It's old, and this is a re-upload because the original ones got taken down by his dad.
He's probably got kids and a family and stuff by now.
Like, he's probably chilling out there.
Oh yeah.
I love to eat fish and chips, and I love to eat hamburgers. I love to go fishing sometimes, and I love to go to the beach, and I love to play rugby, and I love to go walking.
That's what I relate to. That's a fucking bar, dude. Like, that's why.
And I love to go walking.
Because I do. You know what I mean? I put that out just to get myself hyped up in the morning when I'm about to go on my walk, just like.
And I love to go walking.
His background is not unlike your background right now, too.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
even a hat that's like black with a white logo.
It is questionable. Like, when did I start existing, and when did Francis go away?
What's interesting that I never noticed before this viewing? Someone's holding that camera.
Oh yeah.
Like I just always pictured it like him being like he set it up and then was like.
Well, this guy has lots of friends. I mean, I would want to hang out with this dude all the time.
Well, he says he has heaps of mates in the beginning of the song.
Yeah.
He doesn't have lots of friends. He has heaps of mates.
I love to read. I just love reading.
So, and again, another thing that I do.
I love to read. I just love reading.
You know what I mean? That's a bar. Yeah. Sorry.
The timing on that was incredible. I love to read.
I just love reading.
And that's how you can tell he's coming off top too. He didn't pre-write this shit. Like, this is organic,
Yeah, because this is when you speak from the soul, it hits harder.
Yeah.
Because when you read, you get a lot of information.
It's a fact. It's a fact in a bar. I love that one right there because he's like a little bit like, am I killing this or not? Like, he has a second of self-doubt. He's like, wait a minute.
One more for good measure. Yeah.
I'm a really good boy.
Yep.
And if anyone bullies somebody,
right?
And then I'll give you the smash.
Fuck yeah. That's the thing, is like he's talking about,
I'll give you the smash.
That's like, who hasn't related,
For real.
Hate me.
Yeah.
I'll beat you up and we'll have a fight. So whatever you do, you better not hate me and you don't bully me.
Facts.
You don't want to mess around with me.
Yep.
I've got a lot of mates. They all love me.
Yep.
Because I am so cool.
That's right. And three of them are in this call right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like,
I just met him.
I love everybody.
Another thing I love about this is like he's covering the bases correctly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you talk about in rap. Like, don't step to me because I'll fuck you up. I got
lots of friends.
Got cool shit. This is the stuff I like. This is where I'm from.
Yeah.
Right.
I roll deep.
It's everything.
I got a crew.
Yeah.
He's like, there's 5 pillars of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he knows them,
Buddy, at my school, because my school is really awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for watching my video. If you really like it, then you should subscribe.
That's right. You know what I mean? And that's why I kind of want to end the show now reminding people to subscribe to our channel.
Thank you for watching my video. If you really like it, then you should subscribe.
That's right. You should.
You should. That's awesome.
Thank you, my peoples. I really appreciate it. And thank you to Fungro Boys High School.
Yep. Shout out to the squad.
I don't need any misses, and I don't need any drugs.
Nope.
Because I hate drugs, and I don't like prostitution.
Facts.
So he's wrong on both those.
It was a different time.
Thank you to all of you guys on YouTube. I really like you guys.
I love how fucking sincere he is, bro. And that's the thing is,
What does church
I'm
say?
not laughing at him. I'm loving his fucking energy. It says South Valley McAllister truck or something, or no, South Valley Monster Truck.
Oh, hell yeah.
McAllister. We'll just make his shit
The
up.
other thing is like this is like a solid platform he could like run for an office on, like everything he's saying.
Yeah.
You know, stick it up for the week. He likes chips.
Yeah.
No prostitution.
He's really got he's got to evolve his view on sex work, though. I feel like that's kind of has to. Sex workers are workers, and they deserve a union and rights, and you know. But outside that,
do you have the one that the remix, Ramon?
I haven't looked it up, and I'm always afraid to click things when I don't, you know.
Yeah, we'll show that one to Tony after.
And I'm gonna make YouTube videos like about every day, every week, every month. So thank you and subscribe.
Love it.
Did you show this to Nick?
So
Nick knows about this.
Dude, Nick showed it to us. What do you mean? You think we
Nick's
knew about
the
the hot
know
New Zealand memes? Yeah, Nick is the one who told us about this.
That's amazing. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, it's one of the single greatest gifts that Nick has ever given us.
Yeah, I think
and this is the man who showed us God is doing a new thing. So
famously, though, I'm not a big God is doing a new thing fan.
That's true.
It's for some people, it's not for me.
I don't know what that is either.
That God is doing a new thing is my Kendrick Super Bowl performance. Tony, I'll show it to you later. It's great.
Well, I think we covered the Super Bowl. I guess. Is there anything else that we forgot to mention? Chiefs got their fucking ass kicked. Kendrick did really good. I think Kendrick a little bit overshadowed the game because the game was such a blowout. Oh, commercials. Commercials were kind of whatever this year. I feel like they always are now. I feel like it used to be that like commercials were good, so then it became a thing. Like, oh, you gotta if you would just watch for the commercials, it's a good time. But now like the expectations are high, so like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, like
commercials would have been the reason I watched it back in the day more than anything too.
You never knew if
you didn't have YouTube back then, you know?
Yeah,
right.
Like,
you didn't know if you're gonna get
I feel like
Zer, you know.
I feel like every commercial now is like a Super Bowl commercial. Like they all have like celebrities. They all have celebrities on them. They all have like goofy premises. They're all like
Super Bowl commercials now are like, here's two celebrities. Here's a thing that you remember from your childhood. Here's a song that you used to like, and then quickly here's the product. You know, it's just like this. That's the standard template. Whereas most commercials now are like a guy going like, "Hey, fellas, do you like getting boners, but you're old? Do I have a solution for you?"
I think to Tony's point, like the budget and what you can do with a budget, I feel like that gap has closed a bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like with computer stuff now that you can do, like you can edit a pretty convincing thing in your bedroom, you know, with like special effects and shit like that. So, you know.
My thing is this: linear TV is dying, and everybody uses like ad blockers and stuff that most advertisers don't care about commercials like that anymore. Even if they could be done cheaper, like it's like most of them just don't give a shit. That's why the Super Bowl ones are like, oh, we're gonna like people are gonna actually watch these, so let's just try to make it as impactful as possible and like win the day as like they had the good Super Bowl commercial. I don't even know what had the good Super Bowl commercial. You know what I mean?
The best Super
Well,
Bowl
now-
commercial was the Cindy Crawford Pepsi one where she was drinking the Pepsi can. That was when I was a young man. All downhill from there.
Are you talking about of all time, Ramon, or of this last weekend?
This year. Yeah, this weekend. Here's Sports Illustrated. Oh no, you know what? Here's the Advanced Titan, which says I watched the best and worst Super Bowls commercials of the Super Bowl. Let's see what they were. Oh, this doesn't.
The worst one was that Tom Brady Snoop Dogg one. That was the worst one.
Oh
That one was
god,
pretty
I saw somebody do like a reel about that and just being like, or TikTok or something on Instagram that was just like, here's why this was stupid, and it was a white guy too. I was like, good for this guy. He looked like a guy who would be the target audience for that commercial, and he was the one breaking down why it was bad. And I was like, that's tight.
Yeah.
I think the unanimous thing was this year's good one was the Nike commercial for women's sports. That was like they say you can't do this, so do it. Oh, by the way, our girl Dochi was the voice behind that. But it was like at the end of it, it's like they say you can't win, so win. You know.
Mhm.
I'm seeing number 2 here was the Stella Artois one with Matt Damon and Man United's David Beckham. Go Red Devils. Man, glory, Man U.
I like the William Dafoe and the Michelob Ultra one.
Yeah, that's the thing is like there was another person with him. Who was it? It was
Catherine O'Hara from
Catherine O'Hara. Yeah,
from Home Alone.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
all the Christopher Guest movies. The other celebrity pairing one had Drew Barrymore with somebody, and I do not remember who the other person was in that. Like another thing where there's like random people together. Like, what if they were friends?
I can see it with Drew. I mean, Drew is friends with everybody.
Did you see the seal, Ibrahim?
Yeah.
No.
They did like it looks like it was Sprite. It did one for Seal where he was like it was a seal's body, but it was his face, like Seal the singer's face.
Oh god.
It was horrifying. He was just walking around doing shit like this.
There was a oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
It was fucked up.
You know, I did all those Batman Forever figure customizations recently, and when I was looking for this Kiss from a Rose song to pair with like the video when I posted it, you know, like a YouTube short or whatever, I came across, you know, they'll have a bunch of different options for you to pick, and one of them was it was credited to seals, and you play it and it's just a bunch of seal noises like or like edited together to like be Kiss from a Rose, like like it was so fucking crazy. It was like the dumbest shit I've ever seen, but I laughed very hard at it.
So about going back a bit about how like I think that there's a bit of like this conservative culture where people are just more like sort of out and proud about their conservatism, and it doesn't always yield popular results with like mainstream America. I want to get to irrelevant news, and I want to start it with a story about a guy who was kicked out of a golf course. And I want you guys to see what he said to get him kicked out. Because, you know, he's a white guy in Arizona at a golf course. Like, you have to say something kind of crazy for the other golfers to be like, I don't think he should be here. You know?
Yeah.
So here he is.
You know what 1444 means? Your number.
What does it mean?
14 mean Hail Hitler.
You go to
Don't
school
listen
and
to him.
Motherfucker said, you know what 1444 means? Well, first of all, he got it wrong. He was supposed to say 1448. But then he said Hail Hitler, and they were like, what?
Dumbass.
The thing says we were doing our own thing, and he approached us and started making comments about Mexican men, so we started recording. That's what you got to do. I always wondered what I would do in a situation like this, and I froze. I was so shaken up.
Hail Hitler 1444. Look,
Yeah, no.
1444, yeah.
I'm recording him, so
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, you guys dumbass bitches don't know shit.
Oh,
Shit.
okay. Don't listen to him.
No.
That girl, that girl. Yeah, what? What, bitch?
Oh,
Put me
bitch.
on.
Come
Put me
here,
on.
come here, say
Put me
something.
on. Go.
Say something about Mexicans. Say something about them.
Oh, Mexicans.
No, exactly.
Oh, we can-
The fucking look on his face, like, oh, Mexicans? Like he's like, oh yeah, I got something. I like
He's the
that
human-
back here.
He's the
these
human
people back-
embodiment of a swastika drawn the opposite direction. You know. Like,
I like these people back here who are like just chilling, having like a nice conversation about like
Yeah.
who God knows what. They just made a cameo in a video. Like, imagine being friends with them and being like, "Oh my god, did you see that video at that country club?" And they're like, "What? What do you mean?" And he's like, "Oh my god, I was having a pina colada." You know what I mean?
They're explaining the they're explaining the Kendrick performance to that guy.
Yeah. Or like, so see, when he was in the X, he was saying that we were playing America's game. You see what I'm saying?
And then we said squabble up. That means that we need to like stick together, and you know, because we got a fight coming.
Here we go.
The rabbit hole. Let's
You
not
wanna
drive
know
down the
Say
rabbit hole.
something.
You
You
wanna
ugly
know-
motherfucker. That's why you
You want to
can't
know
love
something about
Mexicans.
Mexicans?
Yeah, say something.
You goddamn beaners should be sliced at the throat at the border.
Wow.
I just like, how drunk do you have to be like this insanely racist, like outwardly? You know what I mean?
That is crazy.
Sliced at the throat at the border is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Let's let him go. Let him cook.
We should slice you goddamn beaners at the throat. You want to know why? Come here. Bring the camera.
No, I'm
in.
listening.
The ending cut off, but here's the rest of it.
I'm
Yeah, bring
listening.
the
I'm
camera in.
listening.
Bring the camera in.
Yeah, I'm
You
listening.
want to know why?
He's fucking Socrates over here. Gather around. He's the racist Socrates.
Dude,
I'd
I
be
mean,
so
he looks
pissed.
like his parents are like a golf shirt and a fucking you know?
Like a pair of brown shoes.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Why you goddamn beaners should be sliced at their throat?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, because you guys are goddamn border hopper niggers.
What?
Like,
The person was like, "It's what?"
Wow.
He's like, he's so racist. He's like, I'm so racist. I want to use the N word, even though it doesn't even really apply. I'm just gonna say it.
listen to him.
What's your name?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Then it
You want to know why you
You
goddamn
would get.
beaners should be sliced
He
at
would
their
eat a
throat?
fist.
is that.
He would eat a fist. That kid talking like that
Oh.
in front of you. I just like, all right, I'm there. This is coming
100%,
because I'll
dude.
probably drink. Because if I'm there, I'm drinking too. So if he starts talking like that, it's probably gonna.
Yeah, I would hit a drunk person over that for sure. Like,
Yeah, dude, that kid
You-
especially. Like, look at him.
you're getting put to sleep, dude.
Yeah.
This boy, by the way, is 19 years old.
Oh well, then it's not assaulting a child either. So
He's
you
just
get off on that.
he's
too.
he's drunk at like a bar.
And he's
Like-
now in Trump's cabinet. That's the other thing I meant to say. He was
He's on
Really?
his little eight
No,
months
it's
supplement.
even-
Oh, dude, that's how bad.
Yeah,
it
you
is.
believed it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
this is one of the Doge boys.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to ruin a young man's life.
Dude, you know people are saying that though. Like, actually,
100%.
we'll look at the comments on this after, but yeah, let's continue. Let's let him go because he said it got cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, because you guys are goddamn border hopper niggers.
Run it back.
What?
Like, don't listen to him.
What did you say about Mexican men?
It just happened before.
Do you know what 1444 means?
Oh, okay, I see. So it's just going backwards. Like, wow. I thought this was gonna be some drunk kid with a terrible pickup line. This was way, way worse.
Yeah, that's wasn't expecting that.
I'm trying to see if there's anybody who's like, well, he's got a Raven membership, so he's a daddy's boy. Don't worry, Braden. Your parents will clean up another mess. Absolutely shocked this guy didn't get punched in the face. Would not want to be this guy tomorrow.
Yeah. So what was there any follow up on like?
Yes, there is. So here's the story, and I'll try to. Jailed, fired, banned. Phoenix Open attendee in viral video hurls slurs and Nazi symbolism I think that's more than Nazi symbolism. This is
Yeah.
from the Arizona Republic. Of course, I clicked through. I had to search extra from my Yahoo News source. Of course, we love Yahoo News. Shout out to Yahoo. A man who was banned from the Phoenix Open after being caught on video calling for violence against Mexicans, displaying neo-Nazi symbol, and using racial slurs was arrested on suspicion of trespassing, according to Scottsdale police. I love that they were like, "We'll get him for something." He had to be doing something fucked up.
Hey,
His name is.
He's leaving with something.
His name is Brantbert J. Brudnell.
What?
Brantbert.
I told you his dad is a golf shirt, bro. His dad is Brant Burt Senior. Fucking. Oh my god, dude.
Eddie Bowerson or whoever the.
Yeah.
Uncle Bubba said, does he think he's in an interview for ICE? He must.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So
fuck, man.
Brantbert J. Brunell or Brudnell, 20, was arrested Thursday evening at the TPC Scottsdale and booked on suspicion of criminal trespassing, refusing to provide his name truthfully. Well, if your name is Brantbert, I don't think you could say like truthfully what your name is without being a little bit fucked up. You know what I mean?
He's trying. He's saying it. He's like, "My name's Brantbert," and they're like, "Oh, your name's Brant." It's like over in Orange County when Jack Black is like, "What's your name, son?" He's Joe John. Your name is Joe John.
My name is Brantbert. He's Brantbert. You know.
Yeah.
Everyone calls me Brant. You call me Brant. Please call me Brant.
Just call
But
me
not
Jay.
Bert,
My middle
like
name is
that,
Jay.
like that Puerto Rican Muppet from Sesame Street.
That little beaner Muppet, dude.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Refusing to provide his name truthfully and underage alcohol consumption. Right. That one was the most obvious charge against him.
Yeah.
Scottsdale police told the Arizona Republic. According to police, Brudnell was found walking near the second hole after the course had closed and refused to leave. Security personnel reported that he had attempted to flee from them before officers arrived.
I want to see
Police-
that footage of him running away drunk.
Dude, him running through a field in Arizona after saying all that racist shit he said about Mexicans is hilarious to me.
Security personnel reported that he had attempted to flee before officers arrived. Police told Arizona Republic that Brudnell is the man seen in the viral video filmed at the Phoenix Open. Brudnell lost his job after the video gained attention online. The video showed him talking about his belief that Mexicans at the border should have their throats, quote, sliced after saying Hail Hitler and appearing to mimic the white supremacist rhetoric. I love the appearing to mimic. Like he was trying. He did his best.
Yeah.
He was too drunk.
He got his numbers wrong, but you know.
In the video, Brudnell adds the N-word to border hopping when referring to Mexicans. Moments earlier, he had used a slur against Mexican and Mexican Americans. When confronted off camera by the off-camera woman filming him, he responds with insults, calling them fat girl, and dumb B-word. He appears to make reference to 1488 when he says 1444 in the video. According to the Anti-Defamation League, one second. I hate that double up. Yeah. According to the Anti-Defamation League, white supremacists frequently use the numerical code 1488, and the 14 represents the white supremacist slogan, "We must secure the existence of our people." Nope.
Dang.
I thought we had
got you,
one.
bro.
I thought another one was coming. I was like, I muted myself too. I'm like, wait, hold. Never mind. False alarm.
You know, last week I had to cough and I muted my microphone and it didn't take. So you guys just heard me just coughing. I'm like, boop. So I have an apology from last week as well.
Oh wow. Uncle Bubba says Brantbert white bread and all. Brudnell did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Having gone viral, the explicit video was shared on different social media platforms, including the Thursday on Instagram account, The Square Phoenix, by Saturday morning. Oh, by Saturday morning, the video had been removed on that account, but was still up on Chef Silvana Salcido Esparza's Instagram account. It is unclear when or by whom the video was filmed. Oh, could be anybody. Scottsdale police spokesperson Sergeant Allison Sempsis, woke DEI, told the Republic that officers encountered Brudenell after the video was filmed. Police are speaking to understand the circumstances around surrounding the footage and would like to speak with the person who recorded it, Sempsis said. According to Sempsis, the Phoenix Open informed police that Brudenell had been banned from the event and would be treated as a trespasser if he returned. In a statement to the Republic, the Phoenix Open confirmed that the man in the video was an attendee and condemned his hate speech as unacceptable and not representative of our fans, players, and organizations. Well, you can say it's not, but I think now you're going to have to prove it. You know what I mean? This is why then like the NFL has to put end racism in the end zones. Like the golf course is going to have to be like have taco night. You know what I mean? Every Tuesday. It has to happen. You have to hire Mexicans like to do things other than what they already do there. The statement,
by the way, fuck golf, by the way. Like
I fuck with golf. I mean, I don't play it, but I love the vibes.
It's a waste of real
Steph
estate.
golf's my goat. He had a hole in one, so it must be a good sport.
Landlord.
In a statement to the Republic, the Phoenix Open confirmed that the man in the video was an attendee. Oh, we already got over this. The statement also referenced the event's organizer, the Thunderbirds Civic Group, and its corporate sponsor, Waste Management. The Thunderbirds, WM, and the PGA Tour have a zero-tolerance policy for hate speech in any form and have banned the individual from the premises and all future PGA Tour events, read the statement. Vivint, a home security company in the Phoenix area location, told the Republic on Friday that the man was fired upon him being identified as an employee of less than 3 months following an investigation prompted by the video. The man is seen in the video wearing a black cap with the Vivint logo. Well, that's crazy that he wore his Vivint hat out when he was going to do racism.
It's like when that poor Hooters girl got pulled over in her Hooters outfit, you know? It's like out drunk after work, messing up your fucking bag.
I hope she didn't get fired.
Actually, remember, she didn't get fired. She's still on the calendar. She was too powerful.
Oh, yeah.
She's too powerful.
Her aura was too great. Neither Vivint nor the Phoenix Open identified the man in the video by name. Brudenell was also seen. I love how they're just like, whoever that guy is, we don't know him. We don't fuck with him. I don't even Brantnell. I've never even heard of Brantbert. I never even heard of a person named Brantbert. That's a fake name. Whoever that guy is, we fired him though. He's gone. He's out. He's done. We have Brantberto now. Brudenell was seen wearing a green shirt with a black logo that appeared to be from the Raven Club, the private golf course in Phoenix. A spokesperson with the Raven Club emailed the Republic on Monday and denied the shirt was affiliated with the group or its operating company, Arcus Golf. The spokesperson pointed at a similarly named golf club that bears the same winged logo as the Phoenix Club. They're like, that's not us. That's somebody else. Come on. A logo with wings? That's half the logos. Could be any bird. It doesn't have to be a raven. Could be the crow. Can't rain all the time.
You know how many birds there just are, dude?
I can name like 7 birds off top. Sparrow, crow, vulture,
cardinal,
eagle, boom.
osprey, seagull.
Yep, that's just sports teams.
Yeah. Falcon. We mentioned the falcon.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Orioles.
Calvin Robinson was defrocked. Oh, wait a minute. In recent weeks, this is other similar incidents. In recent weeks, there have been instances across the countries where individuals have received backlash for expressing perceived neo-Nazi or racist sympathies. Calvin Robinson was defrocked as a priest. Oh yeah, that was that guy who was like, "I'm gonna do the Nazi salute just like as a bit," and they're like, "Yeah, you're gone."
Yeah. God just fired you, dude.
Oh, I didn't see this. The ADL initially dismissed Musk's action as an awkward gesture. However, ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt condemned Musk's use of Nazi references as puns on social media platform X, calling it inappropriate and offensive. I love that they were like, this guy supports Israel, so let's just give him like blank slate. If he wants to do a Nazi salute, like just let him cook. And they're like, oh wait, you guys saw us say that? We don't agree with it. Our bad.
Wait, was there like a leaked thing, a memo or something where they were like, "Hey, don't go hard on Musk because he's on
No,
our
they
side"?
put out a statement initially. The ADL put out a statement saying that it wasn't anti-Semitic.
I remember that, yeah. But
yeah. No, they put out a statement after that saying actually it's fucked up.
Okay. Yeah, that's the part I missed. That's crazy.
That's funny. Yeah.
That's the thing, dude. Is like they do that shit and then they walk it back after everyone heard the loudest part of it already. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's one of those can't put the genie back in the bottle sort of things. It's so frustrating.
Uncle Bubba says waste of land and water. Mini golf is the only golf worth recognizing. True.
That's right.
I will say it is an environmental disaster, golf courses. However, I still think they look cool. Problematic. I walk past a golf course every day, you know? So like every day I walk past a golf course, I'm like, look at how beautiful this fucking greenery is. I can't access it because it's not a park.
But
nice.
Like golf is like a game or a sport or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's challenging, but like when you add like a windmill to it, like it's so much more impressive.
Yeah.
Because now you have like or
like
a frog or something. Like
there's like a mouth that opens and closes that you have to like time up with. I mean,
that's why my goat Steph Curry had that TV show.
Yeah.
My goat Steph Curry had that TV show Holy Moly, where it was like that kind of golf. It was a mini golf course, you know. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Speaking of Elon Musk, I'm not going to read this whole article, but I'm going to say that one of the things that I've been really coping with lately, or like using to cope rather, is watching like the endless slew of videos and news articles about how his company Tesla is failing. It's just so funny to me. It's just like this article comes up said Tesla's stock slide looks to be unrelenting. It's just been plummeting ever since. And I was reading this story about how like only 2% of the people that had pre-ordered the Cybertruck actually cashed in and like went and got their Cybertruck, which is crazy because I see them.
Didn't we talk about that with that lady?
Oh, was that last week?
The article. I think so.
Oh, was that in the article?
No, I think we just talked about it adjacent to that, like how.
Oh, okay.
How many people like paid the $2,000 and then just were keep it.
Yeah. What I'm curious about is like they have all of this product that is not going to sell. It's just it's too expensive, too ugly. People don't want it, right? Like I watched this video that was really good. It was about like how certain cars will kill a car company, and this one was specifically about the Cybertruck and how like they're like it compared to like the DeLorean, some like this one Ford car that they try to make that was like the wrong size, the wrong type for the market. And anyways, it's just like it was the only thing that Tesla made that is like off brand for Tesla. And like I'm just curious to see like how this plays out. One of the things that I had heard was like could be that with his like hands all over the federal government, he could try to like because do you see the article that like they want to repeal the $1,000 tax credit for EVs?
Yeah.
No.
They want to repeal the EV tax credit, and then the opposite. They want to tax people when they buy an EV like an extra $1,000 to repair roads that normally get taken out of gas taxes for other cars, which they wouldn't have because they don't have a gas car. So I mean, like that fucks him a lot for this company, unless he were to like use his ties in the government to like make them buy the cars, which could happen. Like could be like, oh, we'll give rebates to police, police forces so that they could buy them for the police forces. But then then you have all of these like really shitty cars for the police, somebody made a joke that like the easiest way to defund the police would be to like make them buy all these cars and they all break down. What I mean?
Well, the thing is too, you need like police they'll have either contracts or whatever with like Ford or GM, right? That's why you'll see like, for a long time, Chevy, like what was it? The not the Cutlass. And there was I'm blanking on the model name, but there was like a Capri Classic was like the cop car for a long time. And then it was the Ford Crown Victoria was like the one you see all the time, right? Now they all drive Ford Explorers. Right. The reason that they go for these big things, one is because these are big, well-known companies, but two, because they have to have fleet mechanics for all of their vehicles. Right. They get like routine maintenance. Right. There's probably there's probably 100 people who know how to work on Teslas in this country. You know what I mean? Like, right. So yeah, that would be a whole like big cog or wrench in the gears if they were to try to do that.
I'm fascinated by Tesla because it's like you can lie and you can say that the company's doing great, except for it's not, and everybody can see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like one of the tangible things of like this guy who thinks he's a fucking genius. This might have been the first time he actually had a hand in like, because like all the other models of Teslas, the S, the whatever, those were all made before he bought the company. Like those were already in production. He only decided to get involved with the Cybertruck. Every other car that they put out has just been some variation of that other car. So like, yeah, like this might just be his idea, and look at what's happening. It's tanking the fucking company.
Somehow he's going to get it as a write-off. That's the way he's trying to control everything. He's going to end up.
I'll see. By the way, this was our boy Brantbert's mugshot.
1444, dude.
That's about to be his bail amount.
So here's another story.
Did it say where he worked, by the way, where he got fired from?
Yeah, Vivint Security. They were one of the companies that were like, we don't know him. We don't know why he was wearing that hat. He's fired.
Yeah. Never heard of him.
So this story, and I feel bad putting it in the irrelevant news rundown, but 2 American tourists bitten by sharks seconds after jumping in Bahamas water. It makes me laugh that like Americans will just go anywhere and do anything. It's like, don't jump in shark-infested waters. A dream vacation in the Bahamas for 2 young American tourists turned into a nightmare when they jumped into a sparkling blue water hand in hand, and mere minutes later they were attacked by a shark. Like the visual of it is just so funny to me. Like doing like a Laverne and Shirley where they're like, all right, girl, like let's do it. They jump in the water and immediately a shark just fucking like jawses them up, you know?
I'm wondering how clear the water was. They didn't see the sharks in the water. Like the Bahamas is pretty clear. It's like you can see
minutes later is crazy, right? Like
yeah, you can see the seafloor in the Bahamas. It's so fucking clear. It's crazy.
Listen to these names. Riley Decker, but Riley spelled Rileigh. Crazy name. Riley Decker, 20, and Summer Lehman, 24. You see why I don't feel bad? Like
you know they were supposed to meet up with Brantbert that night, but both of them got into some shit and they couldn't do it.
Exactly, dude. Like, what was Riley and Summer doing at the fucking Bahamas in the first place? You should have been in Phoenix, Arizona with Brantbert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were swimming in Bimini Bay, a popular resort area about 50 nautical miles off Florida, on Friday evening when they were attacked. The Royal Bahamas Police said in a statement Saturday. The women are now back in Florida, sharing the harrowing ordeal from Decker's hospital bed.
The herring?
Harrowing.
Yeah, but herring like the fish, you know?
Oh, shit. True. After both women suffered bites from what they believed to be was a bull shark. We're just very grateful to still be here with all of our limbs, Decker told NBC's Today Show. The girls had plunged off to the sea off a friend's yacht. Again, I don't no sympathy. Why are you getting on a yacht, swimming in shark-infested waters, and I'm supposed to feel bad for you, and your name is spelled Rileigh? No, not happening. Never gonna happen.
I'm supposed to feel bad for you, Riley.
The The girls had plunged into the sea off a friend's yacht, but soon after Decker said she had felt something nudge my leg. I was like, Summer, what was that? And she was like, don't scare me like that. And probably about 2 minutes later, we were right by the ladder. I felt my leg tugged down, and I immediately knew I was bit by a shark. Their group of friends and family members immediately pulled them out of the water to safety. They wrapped a tourniquet around Decker's right leg and found Layman also suffering a bite. They yelled to me at the top of my foot was shredded, and I just hadn't realized it until I looked down. Decker said through the tears, I just put my head in my hands and started praying that God wouldn't take my life and I would live. Yeah, it was very scary. Decker was airlifted to a hospital in the Bahamas for further treatment. Once they were both stable, they were flown back to Florida for Decker to undergo further surgery. The Bahamas has one of the highest shark incident rates in the world, with 34 confirmed unprovoked attacks since the record-keeping began, according to the Florida Museum International Shark Attack Database. They should defund that. I don't want people to know that you can't go to the Bahamas and not get eaten by a shark. In 2023, a 44-year-old Boston woman was killed after she was bitten while she was paddleboarding in the Bahamas. And in April, a 24-year-old man was attacked by 2 sharks in a matter of seconds after he fell into the water in the marina. So, again, like, I want to show you guys a picture of these 2 gals so you can see, like, what a Summer and a Riley looks like. It's exactly what you would expect. Here they go. There they are on their way to get bitten by a shark.
Chilling a corn ass motherfuckers.
Damn Haktua girls, dude.
They look like they're on like a private jet.
The shark Haktua their fucking leg off, dude.
On their first day.
Haktua their leg off. What? That's hilarious, dude.
Basking in the sun in the Bahamas, a dream vacation turned into a nightmare for 2 young Florida women.
We're just very grateful to still be here with all of our limbs.
Typically, you don't get off that easy.
The definition of easy in this case, surviving an attack from what they believe was a bull shark. Just minutes.
How would they know? They're not shark experts.
Bull sharks are pretty
We need to
aggressive.
get Sophie in on this.
Bull sharks are the most aggressive species of shark.
What's the most aggressive species of whale? Oh, well, we know that, orca. But I got another whale for you, though. Watch as a kayaker swallowed whole by humpback whale and then his Haktua spitted back out, dude. We got video of this.
What?
See, this is
Like a
why I don't
donut?
do shit on water, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
man was not meant to be in the water.
You know how many whales have eaten me up?
0, not 1.
None, dude. You know how many times I've been grazed by a shark? None.
I'm fucking Pinocchio.
Here's the vid. Here's the vid of
Yeah.
the shark.
I'm a real boy.
The humpback whale. Yo!
Oh my god,
wow.
dude.
Jesus Christ.
Is there
Go
audio?
ahead.
Que me había comido ya y que me había
wow.
tragado, pero claro, yo sentía que quizás era una orca, habíamos estado hablando de orcas poco antes, entonces tenía eso en la cabeza, pero ya cuando salí entendí que claro, probablemente
Dude, this guy looks cool as
era
hell.
por curiosidad.
Yeah, he's God's favorite son to get eaten by a whale, and the whale's like, oh, he's too cool.
Yeah.
He came out
Sorry,
looking
man.
like, he came out looking like a folk singer, dude. That's crazy.
Like Louis Davis.
Que se había acercado la ballena o quizás como para comunicar algo.
This is so crazy.
Sí, yo en un principio cuando pensé que había muerto fue
At first I thought I
claro,
died.
mucho terror
I was like, of course, a lot of terror.
porque
Because I thought, no, there was
porque
nothing I
pensé
could
que
do.
ya no podía hacer nada, ¿no? Y cuando salí y empecé a flotar, ahí sentí el miedo de verdad de que también le fuese a pasar.
So the
Damn,
story
dude.
says, talk about a close call. Humpback whale swallowed a Chilean kayaker whole before miraculously spitting the man out without harming him. A chilling encounter that was caught on camera. Adrian Simancas is the lucky survivor. He was shaken up by the encounter from last weekend, telling the Associated Press he at one point feared he was dead. I thought it had eaten me, that it had swallowed me up, he said. Simancas was instead spit out unharmed, but found himself without his kayak in the chilly Strait of the Magellan, a body of water that separates South America and Antarctica that is popular among adventure seekers, but infamous among sailors for its unpredictability. The kayaker says his fears continued after out of the whale's mouth. He feared he might die in the frigid ocean, or that his father, also kayaking, might be attacked next. When I came out, I started floating. I was scared that something might happen to my father too, that we wouldn't reach the shore in time, or that I might get hypothermia. See, this guy's so much cooler than those two girls. And I mean, he was basically doing the same thing, but on like a normal little boat, like instead of a yacht. And I think that's cooler. But is that me being misogynist?
You know, I don't know that like a humpback whale. So they don't eat like they have what's called baleen, which is like thick, bristly stuff instead of teeth, right? So they just filter out little, plankton and shrimp and stuff. So I bet that's probably why it spit him out because it was like,
gross.
It was too big.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
He told the AP that he initially feared being gobbled up by an orca, adding that he and his father had just been discussing the apex predator, which lives off seals, sea lions, fish, penguins, and even other whales.
I don't think they've ever recorded an orca attacking a human in the wild, ever.
Well, he could have been the first. A lot of things happen these days.
The whales are mad at us, so maybe they'll start eating us.
One more story about the ocean. A shark research organization came face to face last week with a deep sea creature who isn't known for seeing the light of day. Chondric tenerife, a shark and stingray research and conservation organization, spotted a humpback anglerfish off the coast of Tenerife in Spain's Canary Islands last week. Commonly known as the Black Sea Monster, the anglerfish is typically found at depths up to 1,500 meters below the water surface.
I did see this.
Did you see it? Where there is little to no sun.
Yeah, it's cool.
This could be the first recorded sighting in the world of an adult black devil alive in broad daylight and on the surface, Chondric Tenerife said in an Instagram post made last week. The surprising discovery did not leave the crew indifferent and will be remembered forever. The anglerfish was discovered as a member of the Chondric Tenerife team that was conducting research on pelagic sharks, the organization said in its Instagram post.
Chondric,
you want to see this?
Chondric, pull that up. Jimmy, pull that clip. Chondric Tenerife sounds like somebody who get arrested in a fucking golf course for being racist.
Here he is.
Yeah, look at that guy, dude.
That's crazy as hell.
You know what? That shit makes me believe in God more than anything.
Well, for real.
Because like I can imagine like a being being like, yeah, I'm gonna make some cool looking shit now.
I'm gonna put a light on its head, dude.
Yeah. I made all the streamlined fish. I'm gonna really get weird with it. You know?
Yeah.
Different shapes.
Yeah. Every time I see one of these stories, I'm like, global warming, climate change is acting up. These fish you're like, something's going on where the fish are like, we've never seen this fish this high up. You know it's bad news. It just has to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Water's
too warm.
Or something. Yeah, I mean that's the basic idea, was that there's this cool looking fish that I saw.
Imagine it like the entire story of the Little Mermaid, but it's that.
It kind of looks like if
I want to be where the people are.
Yo, why does he sound like fucking Louis Armstrong? And I think to myself, what a wonderful fish I am.
This little crab friend is like, dude, don't go up there, man.
Nothing good up there.
You're a fucking freak.
Stay down here with us. They won't accept you. They won't understand you.
You're too ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think I'm too ugly?
This is Bobcat Goldthwait.
One more story for relevant news. Why not? Mom loses lawsuit against school district which banned her from volunteering after they learned that she works for OnlyFans. Oh, on OnlyFans. I think that's fucked up.
Yeah.
We are in favor of sex workers.
Yeah.
Victoria Treese, 33 of Florida, of course it's Florida, claimed her children's school district violated her rights by prohibiting her from volunteering at school activities. Florida court ruled against the mother, who sued her local school district, which she alleged banned her from volunteering at her son's school after administrators learned she had an OnlyFans account. In 2023, Victoria Treese sued Orange County Public Schools. Wait, in California?
There's an Orange County, Florida, too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They copy everything from us, dude.
That's where oranges come from, dog.
They have oranges groves in California over there too.
Yeah,
The
but
real Orange
we
County.
learned about it on the East Coast first because that's how they moved across.
But
That's
which
why there's
one is the show The OC? The OC.
That's a good point.
Right.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's California.
What a great show. She could no longer volunteer at Sand Lake. As People previously reported, the ban came after a parent sent an anonymous email to the principal about Treese's account on the adult website. Hater of the year.
Yeah, probably just hella jealous, right?
Yeah, probably does not have a pop-in OnlyFans and was like, I'm mad because my OnlyFans is whack as fuck. Hers is popping. I'm going to send the principal this.
Mm-hmm.
It has come to the several parents at Sand Lake Elementary that one of the room mothers that spends time at their school is publicly, oh my God, they misspelled publicly too, embarrassing publicly posting pornography through various sources on the internet, the email read. WFTV reported, this woman is constantly around our children and her public profiles are well known. This is not the content or subject matter that our children need to be exposed to. The images of Treese are accessible only with a paid subscription. Okay, so then what's the problem here? Sounds like the hater paid for the OnlyFans account and then was like, I can't believe what I paid for. What? That's bullshit. The principal shared the email with her boss, including images Treese claimed, arguing this has violated her right to privacy. She also sued the district for allegedly violating her right to free speech and also alleges that sexual cyber harassment for sharing pictures from her account with media outlets.
Yeah,
Treese said that. Yeah, I mean that's insane that they would do that.
The only reason she lost that is because the fucking judge was probably a conservative piece of shit.
100%. It's Florida.
Yeah.
Treese said she felt humiliated, adding, nobody has the right to judge what other people do for a living, according to WESH. Her attorney, Mark Najame, contended at a 2023 press conference that what she does is in our off time, it's not illegal. But she had been subjected to morality police. Despite this, on January 29th, a Florida judge ruled against her, saying Treese does not have the right to volunteer at the school per court documents revealed by People. The volunteer program policy does not include any language that confers any right or benefit upon an individual to participate in the program, to remain in the program, or to appeal a removal decision, the judge wrote in his opinion. As for Treese's claim that the district violated her privacy by sharing the images, the judge said that the images are considered public record and were now shared between administrators trying to resolve an issue in the district that had been brought to their attention.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. The district did not commit cyber stalking either, judge said. Oh, I disagree with that one heavily. They were stalking her whole life. They paid for her fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's behind a paywall for a reason. It's not meant for you. Unless you want it.
Yeah.
You can't be like, I want this. I can't believe I got this. That's crazy.
Well, and then
money for this.
And then to disseminate it among people who didn't pay for it, you know?
Yeah.
Uncle Bubba says, I wonder how they found out she had an account. Right, because they were stalking her. It was sexual cyber harassment. Najame and OCPS did not immediately respond to people's requests for comment. Yeah. I mean, that's just nasty work. 3.8K replies. Let's see what people are falling on this. Where our Yahoo brethren are coming down. I think she has the right to have an OnlyFans account. She has the right to have an OnlyFans account. I gotta hit myself with a button for that. Gotta hit myself with a Did
you say OnlyFap account?
I was saying wild shit right now. All my words were mixed up, dude.
I love parade. I just love reading.
By the way, Golden State Warriors won. Let's go. We're back at 1 over 500. Let's go.
I love parade.
People have the right to pass judgment on her for that. The school has the right to deny her application to be a volunteer based on any reason other than the attributes that are protected by law, things like race, religion, class, sexual orientation. Being an OnlyFans, quote, model is not a protected class. Well, it should be. She made her choice, and the school made their choice. What an asshole.
but they're not like citing it as like a. They don't have like a clear enough reason as to like, what do they think she's gonna just strip in front of the kids? No, is she gonna like? Is she reasonably? Do they reasonably think that she's gonna come in and tell kids about what she does or extol the virtues of being a sex worker? No, she wants to be involved with her kid at school. Like, that's so.
She probably
should
needs
be
to make extra.
encouraging
Probably
that,
doesn't make
dude.
shit. She probably doesn't make shit for money, and she needs to supplement her income. You know.
Yeah, what would you do if your son was at home? You know, she's out here just this. She's like, for me, this is what I call life.
That movie taught me to not hate on people for sex work. Yeah, I mean,
Well, shout out to her family.
oh, big time shout out to her.
That poor
shout out to her
kid
child.
too. You know,
Yeah,
that really had to. That fucks up kids when you do shit like that to their.
Shout out to his family.
You know?
yeah. That's the thing that's crazy to me is like to be mad about that. You're like, oh, this puts my kid in danger. What if they go on their OnlyFans account, find this random woman, pay for her account, and then see her naked? Like,
I guarantee
they've done like
you
3 or 4 things that they shouldn't have been doing in the first place. Look after your
right.
kid.
I guarantee you, it was probably some frumpy lady whose husband said, "Oh, that kid's mom is hot," and she went on a fucking tirade about it. You know?
Oh, you think she's hot? All right, let's see what's up.
We'll see about that.
Well, yeah, that's a bummer one to end on.
Boo, Florida. You're a disgrace. Glad I left.
I feel like there was something else I really wanted to bring up for the show, but I can't even remember what it is. Amid all the other stuff. Oh, we wanted to do maybe next week we'll do our MCU movie ranking, not the movie ranking. I want to rank specifically the characters within the movies, which, as you know, will be interesting because I haven't seen like half of them. And like some of you have seen more of them. Some of you, like I don't know. Like, how many of the MCU movies have you seen?
I have seen most of them. I think all the movies. I might have missed a couple. I've seen maybe one season of Loki and then like the Scarlet Witch show, and that was it as far as like the shows go.
Yeah, I didn't watch season 2 of Loki. I didn't watch what's the Echo? That was a show, right?
That?
Echo.
The Dolphin? What's the fuck?
No, she's the character from the Daredevil universe, or
yeah.
Print.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think there's maybe a couple of the movies I didn't see. Like I didn't see the Marvels. Yeah, but I've seen most.
I know what
of
I
it.
wanted. I wanted to do a trailer react. Now that we're on YouTube like that, let's react to the Fantastic Four trailer. Okay. Are you excited for this movie, Ibrahim?
Not particularly. I don't have much connection to those characters at all.
What about you, Tony?
I can't wait to watch it on my couch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll see it probably. I think I'll wait till streaming though. That's not like a theater one for me.
Yeah.
So when the Thunderbolts movie trailer was on the Super Bowl, I heard a lot of the same thing, which was like, I don't give a fuck about this, from like other people in my family who like the other MCU movies. They know that I don't care, but they were like, whatever. Like, we don't even know who these people are. Like, oh, is that the other Black Widow? Why should we give a fuck? And I kind of feel like that's how they're feeling about people in general, are broadly feeling about the Falcon and Red Hulk movie, Captain America, whatever it's called, Captain America, whatever.
I might actually go see that one because I like the Captain America
cool.
movies a lot. Yeah, and I like Anthony Mackie, so I'm like, I'll give that one a go.
I'll tell you what, I'm there to go see Superman this year. I'll be there in the theater for that.
Yeah.
Let's react to the Fantastic Four trailer and then react to the Superman trailer.
Okay.
Let's go real react mode,
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Let's just, overdo
I've only
it.
seen this once.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, but Brandon, you haven't though. But I haven't seen the Superman one or this one, if I'm being honest.
You have it?
No, dude. Come on. Oh, that's the Baxter Building. What? That's crazy.
I do love those fireplaces. I was just saying that in the chat the other night because they had one like that in Pamela Anderson's apartment, CJ, on Baywatch.
That's
remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What I like about this is the pit like seating.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Very 60s
Yeah.
specific.
Oh my
I
god.
am curious
I'm
how
gonna
this is all
cry.
going to factor in that, like, this all happened. This all predates the other.
Oh, does
movies,
it?
You know?
These take place in the 60s? I thought it take place now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes place in the 60s.
Oh no. Mad Men?
Mad Men, yeah.
Okay, well let's see. I didn't know that because I haven't seen the trailer.
Oh, well, we don't spoil it for you.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday.
Wait a minute. Mr. Fantastic's Mexican?
Didn't
No,
we go
that's
over this?
CGI.
But yeah.
No, that's woke. No, he's Mexican. I can see his face, dude. Wait, who's this fat guy back here? Is he Mexican too? You guys know what 1444 is? The Fantastic 1444? That's not what they wanted, dude. All right. sorry, my bad. I like the little cake they got too. It's very 60s.
Yeah.
It's 7 on the dot, no matter what.
Oh my god, it's raising up by itself. This is the house of the future.
But we're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
How do we feel about the thing?
It looks cool. The voice, though, it's not working for me.
Yeah. It seems like, and I love that actor, Eben
Yeah.
Moss Bacharach, I think.
That was the guy from Girls?
From The Bear?
Yeah, I feel like they should have, like, made his voice lower, you know?
Yeah.
Gravelier it up. They should have did this thing.
Like, that's what they did with Michael Chiklis, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He should have sounded like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm the thing. What are we doing here? Why do I sound so soft? Okay. I'm
Yeah,
be a
like,
lot
you
better.
just, you need that character to have that gravitas, otherwise it just seems weird, you know?
Yeah. It's clobbering time. I could have been the thing. I could have been the
Yeah.
thing's voice. Is this guy good or what?
I want to add a couple cloves of garlic.
Actually, I couldn't have been the thing because then the thing would have been Mexican too, and then it would have been 2 Mexicans in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
It just sounds like it's not coming out of him either, you know? It sounds like it's from another room.
Right.
I don't know what this little robot is about. Because I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's like a Jetsons thing or something. I don't know.
Well, I think Herbie was a thing, but I don't know what his deal is. I don't like the thing also covering up all his whole body, dude. He looks like a nerd.
It's probably easier to CGI him.
Delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip.
Uncle Bubba says Chilean. He's Mexican, dude. I know a Mexican. I would know. Okay? Mexicans like chiles. He's that you're being racist.
Okay. Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible.
Remember when he was in the Wonder Woman movie, Wonder Woman 84?
God, what a piece of shit movie that was.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that movie was when they showed Maxwell Lord's like past, and he got bullied for eating Mexican food. What was it? Tamales. They were like, ew, what's that? And then he like pissed his bed, and it was like the most pissed bed I've ever seen. It was like a gigantic yellow puddle on his bed. And I'm like, he shouldn't get this much in trouble, but that's a crazy amount of piss to come out of that boy. And he needs to drink water.
Yeah, dehydrated, man.
Yeah, it was nuts, dude. I hope Reed Richards didn't piss his bed like that, dude. And I hope if he did, I don't have to see it in the movie.
A lot of piss in those Snyderverse movies, you know?
Yeah, it was very piss heavy.
Ben was in Iraq.
The best pilot in the world.
He was in Iraq?
He's a rocket.
He's Iraqi? I thought he was Jewish. I thought the thing was Jewish.
He was Iraqi in Iraq.
After the Nakba. You know, I don't want to get into it. Let's pretend like he's not Iraqi and that Mr. Fantastic isn't Mexican. Although, I mean, I'm looking at the man and he's clearly Mexican.
Right here.
Yeah. Best looking he is.
Why wouldn't his vocal cords change? He's a gigantic rock man. It's so stupid that they didn't change his voice up a little bit.
Caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life.
I thought she was gonna say I've always
What?
felt invisible. I thought she was gonna
What
say
is
I
she
always
doing
felt
here?
invisible.
Oh yeah.
You
That's
never
What
see
is
Johnny.
me
she can
really
fly?
No, that's
That's
Johnny.
Oh
He
shit.
just flamed off.
Oh, I see. Uncle Bubba says Chilean. He is Mexican.
We'll face it together.
Did my shit just freak out? Are we good? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it froze, but it's back.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Wait. I think there might be a delay now. Uh-oh. May have broke. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're syncing up with your voice on my end.
Yeah, but I think like there's a delay between us. You know what? Let me how do we do this?
Man.
Just play the rest of it and then we can
We'll wrap up.
Recalibrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. It's Planet Eater. You know, one thing about
Also-
that trailer, they never show Mr. Fantastic using his powers.
I think it's also weird how short they made
What's that
Ben
about?
Grimm. Like, isn't he supposed to be huge? He was like shorter than Sue.
No, he's supposed to be pretty short.
Is
I think
he?
he's supposed to be pretty short. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they didn't show him
No.
like stretch or anything, did they? I might have missed it.
There's a really cool. No, I don't think they did, because I saw people talking about it. There's a really cool shot of a car in there. That's kind of this like 60s Thunderbird looking custom thing that I was excited to see. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent about the Fantastic Four. Like I've only ever read like one Fantastic Four comic, and it was for like a podcast I was on. It was like an old Kirby issue, Lee Kirby one.
Yeah.
And then I've read stuff with them in it, but I've never read like a dedicated book. There's just never, I feel like the Fantastic Four is mainly for dudes who were kids when it was coming out. Because they're always like, oh, Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm, blah, 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 Reed and Sue. And I'm just like, it has never done anything for me.
I like the idea of them, but I'm not like, I find them to be kind of dull, But I get why people dig it.
Yeah.
I
design.
do really like the Fantastic Four, like the old 60s ones. I have like the Kirby, like the Marvel Essentials for it. And they're pretty sick. Like they're really well drawn and like, you know, writing's like whatever. But I like the Fantastic Four because at some point there was this comic shop owner out here who would do a letter writing campaign to Stan Lee saying like, we need superheroes in Stockton, California. Like that would be awesome. Can you make that happen? And it was like a whole thing. So then they renamed Stockton as the home of the Fantastic Four. And then it was a big
for
fucking
real?
deal for us. Yeah. And then they like Stan Lee came out to like visit the city. And then they had one issue of a comic where the thing is entering when they crash back down from space, the Thing is like walking into Stockton, California. Like there's a sign that's like, welcome to Stockton or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm, as a Stockton guy, I love that,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. I'm looking forward to watching it, but I'm just not gonna go to theater for that. I feel like I paid to go see 3 Fantastic Four movies already, and you're
Yeah.
not gonna get me through a 4th time. No pun intended.
Oh, yeah. There's already been 3 of them, huh?
Yeah.
I like Mad Men, and I like the Fantastic Four. I hate that it takes place in the 60s, if I'm being honest. I just thought it would be like a new retro futuristic thing. Like just make it modern. But
I'm sure they're gonna, by the end of it, they're gonna find a way to bring him into the modern timeline. Through like the Time Authority or whatever.
They should open with that. They should start it with that. You know what I mean? That would be cool.
Might be that they're in a parallel universe or something.
True.
Like one of the, because it doesn't make sense that like in the Marvel universe, the cinematic stuff, that like I think Avengers 1 was like the first time that they had like an extinction level event threat like that. So that would, people would be like, oh, it's like that time Galactus came,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's got to be some sort of dimensional thing.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck up the space-time continuum.
Man, need Doc Brown. Figure this
You guys
all out.
wanna do a react to the Superman? See if this holds up. If it doesn't, we'll just call it quits. I'm curious about your feelings on this. It's called Superman Lives. No, what's
Just
it called? Superman.
It's actually the first movie, really, like if you don't count the old one from like 1940 something, to be called just Superman. Because the first Reeve one was Superman the movie, and then it was 2, 3, 4, The Quest for Peace, Superman Returns, Man of Steel.
So this one you're both looking forward to.
Yeah, I love Superman. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not a big fan of James Gunn's like personal aesthetics. So if he can keep himself in check, it could be good. But yeah, go ahead.
I know this one has some controversy around it. Of course, I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know about anything that I'm about to see. This is the first time.
It's crazy how you like shield yourself from all these. It's admirable.
Yeah. What was that? Could be anything. It's Superman.
What happened to him?
Why is he on all that cocaine?
This is a Superman who can be injured, you guys. He's not. This isn't your dad's Superman. He's cooler because he can get hurt more easily, probably somehow.
People are upset about his Zoomer haircut, his broccoli hair. I like it.
Yeah,
likes him looking young. He should be like, his hair should be like this when he's Superman. Looks like Tony Khan. I like my Superman who don't get beat up.
How are we feeling with Lois Lane?
She looks like she'd have some annoying thoughts about male toxicity. I feel like
I haven't seen that show she was on, but she looks great as Lois Lane. Like I feel like she's, I think the casting in this movie aesthetically is very, very good.
Is the Daily Planet going to be like a Fox News? Look at this woman on the TV. It looks like the Fox News woman.
Yeah.
Is Perry White going to be like a Rupert Murdoch?
Tommy Lauren working for the Planet.
Is this set in the 70s or today?
It's I don't know. I mean, it's like modern day, but it's like you'll see. It's like firmly in like a DC universe that they're making. It's not just like how Man of Steel was. Like, what if there was an alien invasion and it was Superman?
Wow. Because like all these people have like sort of 70s looks to them, except for Superman, who's a Zoomer.
So is like Peacemaker and all those shows part of this universe? Is that
No, I think from what I understand, they're like rebooting Peacemaker, but still with John Cena. So it's just like,
What?
I don't know. It's such a mess, dude.
If anybody could figure out, it'll be James Gunn, director of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. I don't like how their clothes are so clean when they're out doing farm work. They should have some like shit on their shirt, you know? Should be like a little mussed up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They might not be working, and that might be a Saturday.
I'm sorry. The fentanyl got you, Daddy.
Well, I wonder what this is. Is it a tremor? Oh. Oh. Crypto?
Bruh.
That's cool.
She almost got hit by hot dogs. Big ones.
Okay, so right there, like we see in a second, that's like the foot of a kaiju. And like,
oh, is it?
Why is that little girl just like looking, like kicking her, you know, just looking at her shoes, walking around? There's a fucking 10-story monster stomping around behind her. That's like
These kids, man, on their phones, you know?
They're on their
Could
phones.
be. We're gonna have to see, I guess, when the movie comes out.
Yeah.
This is a compromising photo for our boy Superman, though. He don't look good in this
Don't do
one.
that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Drake.
Don't do that.
Hey, Clark. Yo, chill.
There you go. I like him as Luther. That's cool.
Oh, it's perfect casting.
Yeah.
This is Nicholas Hoult.
He disagrees, but yeah. I said
Who
perfect
disagrees?
casting. He's like, Nicholas Hoult.
Oh yeah, he's like, I don't know about all that.
He looks
Perfect.
skeptical.
About a boy, man.
Oh, you know, I did see this. I did not like this because this was like right in the middle, like smack dab in the middle of like seeing all that footage from Palestine.
Yeah.
I was like, come on. I did see. I didn't like this. That's hilarious. They just beamed this man, dude. Yo, what's on her mouth, dude? Were all these people like damaged by like some shit and Superman didn't save them good enough? So they're like, fuck you, dude.
I don't see
She's like
anything
bloody.
on
No,
She's bloody right here. Oh wait. Oh, it's on my screen.
It's got ketchup on the
I thought
screen,
they were
dude.
dirty. My screen is dirty, dude. What the fuck? I need to clean this thing. That's crazy.
Oh,
come on.
It's the dude from Mad TV. What's his?
Oh, there's the kaiju.
Oh yeah, Stuart.
big monster.
Yeah. Said, look what I can do.
Oh, he does look like
Construct.
Stuart.
Yeah.
This is a cool little
That's
monster
cool.
guy.
Yeah.
Wait, why was he like romantic with that robot like the same way as Lois, dude?
No, look, it's like
He was
dead.
like, I love you, dude.
It has like a gunshot wound to the head, and he's like,
I love you, robot man.
that's
shit.
his friend, dude.
I wonder what.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is in this Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like these things behind him. Okay, frame by frame breakdown.
Does it mean someone broke into the
I'm gonna
Fortress
go- in
of
fact, we're
Solitude?
really doing
Oh
a
my
frame by frame
God!
breakdown.
Who do you think broke into the Fortress of Solitude? Was it Lex Luthor?
See, that's one of the things about
be.
this is like I don't know how much like new ground it's gonna tread. You know, like so far a lot of the shots are like stuff that we saw Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder's version do, like
Yeah,
crashing into some snow.
this
That's
is Metamorpho, right?
there. Yeah.
Okay,
Dude, need some lotion.
this is the deal. Oh no! Now he does have stuff on his face, right? It's not my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a cut on his head.
Whoa, go back. What does it say? Borvian troops.
You know,
AI.
country of Borvia.
Where does it say that? Oh yeah,
on the screen.
Moravian
troops amassing at border.
It says Ika's current level of threat live. Reports coming in from the Moravian border. Okay.
Is that a place in the DC universe, Moravia?
I don't know. He's got that dog in him, Crypto.
Yeah.
Who's that? Mr. Terrific?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, who's giving him the spear? We know.
It's Cope.
I don't think we know yet, but there's speculation that it's Ultraman.
Oh, crazy. I don't like his wig.
I think that's his real hair.
I don't like his hair then. Okay.
What was that? Oh, Superman.
It's got to be Superman.
You think they introduced Ultraman into this movie? There's a lot going on if that's the case.
That's the thing. That's one of my concerns with this movie is like you have Superman, Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner, Metamorpho, like, and then you have the whole
outsiders then, probably.
I mean, at minimum, that's 5 people that all can do super, like hero stuff. So it's kind of like, I feel like that makes Superman less special when you have all these other people around who can, and a dog, by the way, who can also do a lot of what he can do. So it's like, and then you have the Daily Planet staff. They're all there, like Kat, what's her name, Ron Troop, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, Perry White. That's another 5 people.
There's going to be too many characters.
Yeah, it's just like that's what James Gunn does. Is he just like fucking loads movies up with people. And he generally does a pretty good job of balancing it, but like I just feel like Superman needs to be timeless to do it right, and I feel like he's so full of anachronisms that just like the way he likes to tell stories that it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I wonder how long this movie's going to be. It's like a 3-hour movie packed with shit.
I don't know. I mean, he's good at telling I feel like the Guardians movies had some pretty big general like ideas or concepts or whatever in them, and he did a lot with giving characters moments, and I think he's going to capture heart in this really well, but the rest of it remains to be seen.
Well, I'll be there.
We'll see
Maybe not night 1, but I'll be there.
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna have to because everyone's gonna fucking spoil it if I don't.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I think we should start wrapping up because we have a movie to watch ourselves tonight.
Oh, is tonight the night?
About the boy or whatever. What is it?
Yes, let's go.
Mad About the Boy.
Mad About the Boy.
Mad About the Boy.
Our boy Daniel Cleaver's back. Let's go.
He came back in the last movie. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Edge of Madness or Edge of Reason.
Bridget Jones' Edge of Darkness.
You guys got anything to plug? You guys got anything to tell people about?
Now we just sent out the El Camino newsletter for first time in a while. So
yeah, thank you for setting that up. I was too busy to get stuff in it, but I saw you guys did. And me and Justin sort of little side chatted, said, can you put in that we're going to be at Stockton Con this weekend? That's my plug.
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I'm kind of in between YouTube videos right now. I just got a 3D printer. I was setting that all up today. Yeah, so YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky.
Awesome. Well, I want to say thank you to those who joined us. Thank you for anybody who's watching after the fact.
Thank you all.
We really appreciate it.
For sure.
I have not been doing a great job of checking this stuff or promoting the show after. I need to get better about all of that stuff, But I will say that we really have appreciated support, and we're looking at, what shows did good compared to which ones didn't do it good, and we're going to try to tweak things that we've been doing. That's why next week we're going to do our MCU ranking or tier list, MCU characters. That'll be fun. I think it'll be good.
Cool characters.
Yeah, all the cool characters. And you know, here's what I want to leave on this note.
Thank you for watching my video. If you really like it, then you should subscribe.
All right, and hit like too. You know, that would be great
For sure.
Hope everybody had a good week. Hope you have another good week next week.
Take care of yourself.
Good night.
Good night, Mike.